Hi everyone, how's it going? Today I'm going to be sharing with you 7 productivity hacks, and I'm very excited to share these tips with you. These are all things that have helped me a whole lot over the past few years to really improve my productivity levels, my motivation levels, my ability to get stuff done, and I am confident that they will help you as well. So whatever it is that you are working on, whether you have goals you want to achieve, or there's different projects you're working on, or tasks, or whatever it is, all of these tips will really help you to improve your productivity levels. So no need for a long intro, let's get right into it. Here are 7 productivity hacks for you to be less lazy and get stuff done. Tip number 1 is to keep your phone away from you. So whether you realize it or not, having your phone or a similar device can actually be very, very distracting. Just having your phone near you when you are working on something or trying to complete a task can make you feel more inclined to check it. So one of the best things that you can do for your productivity levels is to keep it far away from you. In a whole other room is excellent, and even better, turn it off completely and just keep it far away. And that way it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. Point number 2 is to avoid doing the little checks on things. Just checking things. I'm just gonna check my emails. I'm just gonna do this, do that, insert activity here. I'm just gonna run downstairs and just quickly do this thing, and then I'll get back on task. It takes a good few minutes for us to get into a deep, kind of focused state when we are working on something. You may have heard the term, it's called deep work. It's when you're really in that deep focused state. You're kind of like on a roll. And it takes a few minutes to get to that point. And then you have to restart all over again when you just quickly check your text messages, or when you just quickly check your email. This is where point number 1 comes in handy, and to keep your phone away from you. Keep all distractions away from you when you are trying to get into that focused state. Point number 3 is to focus on one thing at a time. One of the reasons why we lack productivity, or we lose motivation, or we feel more lazy or uninspired, is because we're often overwhelmed by our list of things that we need to get done, or tasks that we need to complete. We almost become paralyzed as a result. And so one way to prevent that from happening is to just focus on one thing. It's that one step at a time attitude that makes all the difference, and I guarantee you this will help you out a lot. So what you can do is write down all of the things that you know that you need to get done, and pick the one that needs to happen first, or the one that is top priority, and just focus on that. Just do that, and that is it. This will greatly reduce your overwhelm, and it'll also allow you to kind of transform that one focus into something that becomes very attainable, and it seems like something that you can achieve and you can get done, and then you can do it, and then you can check it off and feel great about it. Tip number 4 is to set a timer or checkpoints for yourself. So basically how this works is you're telling your brain, I'm going to do this one task for 1 hour or 45 minutes, or whatever time frame seems reasonable for you, and it puts those tasks into kind of more achievable blocks of time. And it also allows you to give yourself a chance to reward yourself, because you can take a break at the end of the hour. And breaks are really, really important for your brain. You do need to recharge and stop for a little while, so it kind of becomes a little incentive for you as well, and you feel less overwhelmed because you've got X amount of time, and then you can take your break, and then you can come back to it, and maybe you can recharge a little bit, you can have a snack. What you might also find, this has happened with me before, is that when you set a timer, you kind of get into that roll, you get into the spin of things, and then you're kind of in that focused state, and then you might even want to go beyond the timer. You're like, now I'm really into this, and I don't even, need to stop necessarily. Tip number 5 is to get ready and dress the part and feel good. So if you work from home, or really whatever it is, if you're working on something from home, it's very easy to want to just be in PJs all day and kind of be snuggly and cozy. And don't get me wrong, there is always a time and a place for days like that where you just want to be super cozy. I work from home fairly often, so I know what this is like, and I have found what makes a dramatic difference in my productivity levels is to, even if I'm at home, working from home, get dressed and put pants on and shower and get ready and feel good, maybe even put a little bit of makeup on. Just dress the part, dress as if you are going to work and you are getting ready to get stuff done. This makes a big difference because if you feel lazy because you're kind of in that blubby state, your hair is a mess, you haven't showered, you're not going to feel as productive. And so something as simple as getting dressed and just kind of fixing your hair a little bit, getting ready for the day, makes a big difference. Try it. I guarantee you it will help. Number 6, know your why. You need to know your why in order to feel more motivated and to become more productive. You want the task at hand, the task that you were trying to work on, to be appealing. There needs to be a reason why you need or you want to work on this and accomplish it and reach the goal. There has to be a why. There has to be a why. Be very clear. What are the advantages of doing it if you get it done, and what are the disadvantages if you don't get it done? Write it down. I encourage you to write it down. Take out a pen and paper and write it down. Be clear. You gotta know why you're doing it, because it's a lot harder to do things when we don't really know why we're doing them. Like, what is even the point of this? And even if it's not a passion project that you're working on, there's got to be some reason why you're working on it to kind of keep you going, whether you've got a deadline or whatever it is. So know your why and know it well and focus on that why, and that is going to propel you forward. It really, really is. My last point number 7. This is my favorite point, and I have saved the best for last. This point is the simplest, and I have to say it's probably maybe the most effective. Maybe the most effective. It's the most effective for sure. Tip number 7 to be more productive is to just do it. Do it. Make that conscious decision to get up and do it. It is so easy to make excuses and to convince ourselves otherwise and put things off. We'll do it tomorrow, to feel like you don't need to do it today, and all of those reasons why sometimes we feel like that, why we don't just do it, is because we feel overwhelmed, or because we feel like there's so much to do, or because it's not enjoyable, or whatever it is. So using all of the tips that I just shared, make the decision to get up and do it right now. After this video, I know you've got a task that you need to be working on, or you've got some sort of project, or there's something that you want to achieve. Get up and decide to do the thing that you want to do. Pick the one thing that you can focus on so you can reduce overwhelm. Put your phone away, write down why you gotta do this, and just do it. Just do it. I know sometimes it can feel like you are like just pushing yourself through molasses to get started on something, but I promise you, just one step forward and one step at a time, and just doing it, no more excuses, and you will get a lot done. You will be a lot more productive. So those are all the tips that I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope you found this video helpful and you took something from it. Please do leave me a comment in the comment section below, letting me know some of your tips on how to be more productive, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. If you have anything to add to this video, I would love to hear it. You can subscribe to my channel for new videos every single week, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!